glad to say a few words to you about why I give and why I pledge. I give because of examples, role models that have been in my life. I give because of the institutional church, the body here, and the scriptures. I grew up in a moderate evangelical church, and there were some good role models for giving. My parents, initially, going to church every Sunday, my father would bring his Bible, and there would be an offering envelope on his Bible. This was before there was electronic banking and paying by credit cards. And then there was another envelope that was on that Bible as time went on, because children were encouraged to participate. And there was an envelope with my name on it and a quarter in it. And I would get to place that in the offering plate. And that was a way to encourage children to participate. They were part of the community. And as that Proverbs verse says, train up a child, and he will not depart from the way. I've had some other role models in my life. I've had clergy that really went out on faith in saying the tithe is not, it's just a minimum, and we should give more. And he actually did it. I'm not sure many other people did that, but he actually did that. A few years ago, I ran across a judge in Prince William County whose will in 1915, he designated the dividend income from 2 bank stocks. And half the dividend income went to senior citizens, and the other half went to his church. And over 100 years later, that little gift is still giving a not insignificant amount of money to senior citizens in his church. So those types of things encourage me. I do remember a middle school Sunday school teacher. And anybody who teaches middle school people, well, they have a special place in heaven. So. But I remember him standing up there one Sunday and telling us that he and his wife gave sacrificial giving. It was not legalistic or anything like that. And they did that, and they stretched their budget. And he said, it was always stuck with me, they were never in need. Their needs were met. And I've always remembered that. And this wasn't any prosperity gospel, but this was their needs were met. I give because of the institutional church. We like to have a place that we believe we meet God, this building. So it's important to us. This is a beacon for other people to come and find what we think is valuable to us. I give because of the community we have. We celebrate births and deaths and everything in between, and that's important. I give because of the theology. And I'll let Kevin and Steve, be experts on that. And as we're studying in Acts right now, we've seen with the original church, a lot of people gave everything they had so that everybody had enough. Now we know that didn't last very long, but maybe that's an aspirational goal for us. I've been asked why I pledge. And there are some people here that work really, really hard trying to figure out how to make the numbers work. And I do believe, kind of like what Kevin said this morning, there's something mystical about church budgets. It's just not your normal budget. But there are some financial realities and hard stops. The lights are still on because of somebody who did something. So that's why I pledge. Now on my desk at home, I have my pledge card and the letter that I got. It's been sitting there. And I see it multiple times a day, and I still haven't figured out exactly what to do, and I will in the next week or so. And I encourage you to do the same. Somebody in the past made a commitment, and we are the beneficiaries of that. Excuse me. And let us be people to do that for the future.